Hello, good afternoon, or dzień dobry in Polish. I hope you can hear me very well. So let me briefly rather tell you today about different career opportunities and the schemes that exist in our country. And let me at the beginning tell you, okay, that I represent the Polish National Agency for Academic Exchange, as mentioned already. And this is a public organization, agency, that generally speaking funds international mobility of students, researchers, as well as internationalization of Polish higher education institutions and scientific organizations. So in NAWA, we have different programs, different funding programs for both students, scientists at different stages, all stages and all disciplines of research, as well as for Polish institutions that would like to boost their international collaborations. We also, at the agency, we also promote the Polish language worldwide, offering different schemes and programs for researchers and students to learn the Polish language, to come to Poland, and also different events related to our language. At NAWA, we also have an initiative called Research in Poland, which offers a website for internationally based researchers. We also coordinate the activities of the Euraccess Poland network, which helps international researchers coming to our country. And some basic information about our country so that you get to know Poland a little bit better are the following. We are located in the heart of Europe, in the Central Europe, and the capital city is, of course, Warsaw, in the Polish language. Poland has long academic traditions dating back already to 14th century, and the oldest Polish university is called Jagiellonian University, which was set up in 14th century exactly. We also have great history of scientific achievements. I hope you know these two persons in the pictures. The Marie Skłodowska-Curie Actions Program is named after, of course, one of them. If you are coming to Poland, if you come, we are very well connected with many European capital cities. So when you are here in Poland, you are in close distance to other European countries. And also, which is important for you, there are plenty of research career opportunities in our country, different possibilities of employment and research funding, which I will tell you about more in a moment. When it comes to Polish scientific achievements that may interest you as well in terms of your career prospects, as I mentioned, we have a Research in Poland website here on the left-hand side on the slide, where you can browse different scientific achievements of Polish scientists in collaborations with European institutions and worldwide. And also Science in Poland website offers a bunch of scientific news and information about different achievements. This may also be important for you in terms of your career planning. I mean, like if you are in specializing in a specific field, you can check these websites and look for information. What is like what is important research in Poland, what's happening in that field. You can search for institutions involved in this particular research discipline, or even scientific names that may interest you for your own projects. So I really recommend those two sources. And some basic numbers when it comes to our research and development landscape in Poland. As you can see, generally, it is data from 2 years before, but still, of course, valid. There are 135,000 more than researchers in Poland generally, which ranks us 5th in the European Union. And 3% of those scientists are from abroad, from more than 100 different countries worldwide. And also, as you can see here, the majority, the biggest employer for those researchers is, generally speaking, the enterprise sector, meaning public and private companies. The second biggest employer in Poland is higher education sector, so basically the universities. When it comes to PhD candidates, PhD students, the number is about 20,000 people, of whom 9% comes from different countries. And those numbers are growing year by year, so more and more people are interested in coming to Poland. Women among those numbers comprise 46% at the PhD and postdoc level, and a little bit more at the professor level, which is still a good balance in comparison to some other European countries. And as you can see, the enterprise sector, enterprise organizations, meaning companies, public and private, are more than 7,000 now in Poland. So this shows that this is indeed a big employer in Poland for the research and development staff. When it comes to or going more closer to the science, when it comes to the numbers of scientific institutions, so those where the research, let's say scientific research is mostly conducted, there are in Poland more than 130 universities, both public and private, of different kinds, different fields, having programs in English, and this number is also growing year by year, meaning that more programs in English being created. We have also about 70 institutes of the Polish Academy of Sciences, which mostly deals with fundamental research. These are independent institutes under one umbrella of the academy. It's also a network of scientific experts, also from different countries, and a network of institutes based in different cities in Poland. We have also the so-called public research institutes, which are a little bit different from the Polish Academy of Sciences institutes, meaning that they conduct mostly applied research. They have better connections or closer connections with the business sector, especially those institutes that are associated under the Łukasiewicz Research Network. For now, we have 22 such institutes, which are located in 12 cities in Poland. This is a third largest network of such kind in Europe. And those Łukasiewicz institutes are where were created or were associated for the purpose of better collaborations with business sector, working on applied technological solutions to improve the economy and societal aspects. And last but not least, we have 60 other organizations which are of different kinds, like hospitals, museums, NGOs, foundations, associations, technology parks, that also comprise a big number of places where scientific staff can take up employment. When it comes to the funding of the research and development sector in Poland, the broad research and development sector, it shows a similar trend as on the previous slides, meaning that the biggest share of the spending on research and development lies in the public and private companies, so the business sector. The second largest share is on the side of higher education institutions. And generally, the expenditure on science and research in Poland is growing year by year. For now, the percentage is a little bit lower than in general in Europe, which is 1.4%, which ranks Poland similarly to, for example, Spain, Italy, and Greece in this respect. Apart from the state funding or the basic fundamental funding and business funding, of course, there are plenty of opportunities to get your project financed from the so-called competitive sources. And in Poland, we have 3 major national agencies: the National Science Center, which funds mostly fundamental basic research and gives funding grants to both individual researchers as well as to institutions. Then we have the National Center for Research and Development, which is focused on innovation funding, technology, so the applied research and innovation products, and also funding or having programs for both researchers and institutions, companies, organizations, broadly speaking. And then there is our agency, NAWA, which I already introduced to you. We have also a private foundation for Polish science, which is also a great source of funding for scientists, also young scientists who would like to start their teams, who would like to develop their career. And last but not least, we have Poland also uses a lot of funding from the Horizon Europe, the European program for research and development, which you are probably familiar with. And when it comes to your career prospects in Poland, the career path looks like this in general. So you can start your PhD in Poland if you have a master or equivalent title, which of course has to be first recognized in Poland as the one that opens for you the path to your doctoral degree. The doctoral degree is awarded either at PhD schools, doctoral schools, or in the industrial PhD program is also possible, which I will tell you more about in a moment. Then after PhD, there is the, let's say, obligatory step called habilitation degree, still is used in Poland, although there are discussions whether this should be retained in the future. And but habilitation is also still applied in Germany, France, Italy, Portugal, or many other countries in Europe. After habilitation, which is the last, let's say, degree, scientific degree, you can obtain the title of professor, and this one is, let's say, the final step, and this is, interestingly for you, maybe awarded by the President of Poland. Now, as I mentioned, what are the possibilities to obtain your PhD degree in our country? Here are two main options. One is at the doctoral school. Doctoral schools are run by universities, by Polish Academy of Sciences institutes, and by research institutes as well. And currently there are around 160 of such schools in Poland offering programs in Polish and English. The education or doctoral programs at PhD schools last between 3 and 4 years, and this is the admission is on the basis of a competitive recruitment. So there is a call that you need to participate in, apply with your documents, and wait for the decision. What is a very good news is that the education at the doctoral school is completely free of charge for all candidates from any country. And in addition to that, if not paying any fee, you also get a monthly scholarship. Everyone at the doctoral school gets such a scholarship, which is tax-free, and amounts are mentioned here on the slide. I put here net amounts. The gross ones are, of course, a little bit bigger, but in those gross amounts, you need to pay, or the school pays for you the old age pension, disability pension, and accidents, just for you to know. So these are the numbers of the scholarships. More information, of course, you can read in the slide, in the link given below. And when it comes to the second possibility, the industrial PhD, this is an interesting solution, because you not only lead your program, your PhD at a doctoral school, but you have a possibility to be employed at a company, at a chosen company, so which gives you a double supervision and double income, because you not only get the scholarship but also a salary from the company. Now, if you already have a PhD, or if you are simply looking for employment in Poland, there are, let's say, two sources I wanted to especially recommend today. And the biggest one, already introduced by my colleague before, is the European Euraccess database of jobs and grants, funding, hosting, different kind of possibilities for you to come to Europe. And here in this database, Polish universities, research centers, research institutes, Polish Academy of Sciences institutes are obliged by law to publish their vacancies. Meaning, so this results in quite a high number of job offers that you can find in this database. Around 400 of such job offers are available for now, these days. Majority of them in medical sciences and biological sciences, as you can see. So this would be like a main English language source that I could recommend. The second one, I really recommend you to look at our Euraxis Poland website, where in the Research Jobs in Poland section, we also mention other sources with jobs. For example, the National Database of Ministry of Education and Science, Foundation for Polish Science database with jobs within the funded projects, or in projects funded by the National Science Center. So the opportunities to find a job in Poland are quite plenty. If, on the other hand, you are looking for funding for your research in Poland, I would like to recommend some programs too. Here I put incoming programs, meaning for those of you who would like to first come to Poland, there are a couple of such programs. For example, the ones sponsored by our agency, which is the ULAM NAWA program, Zawadzka, Polonista for Polish, for researchers dealing with the Polish language, the Polish culture, and Polish Returns program, which is, as you can guess, is directed to Polish researchers of Polish origin based worldwide who would like to return to Poland. So those are the opportunities for foreign researchers to come to Poland. The first ULAM NAWA program I will explain to you in a moment, because the call will be open quite soon. Some other opportunities for coming to our country lie in or are included in other programs already mentioned by my colleague, the Marii Sklodowska-Curie program, the European Research Council grants, but also there is a Central European Exchange program for university studies, which is dedicated, let's say, only but to our to the countries in our region, so Czechia, Slovakia, Hungary, and Poland, for exchanges between these countries. Also, what I would like to recommend is our monthly newsletter posted on our website every month with different opportunities, grants, scholarships, mobility programs for individual researchers, including PhD students, who are already based in Poland or would like to come to our country. So these sources you can find here at the link given on the slide. And now, as for the ULAM NAWA program, which I would like to recommend, is some information for you here. Ulam was a famous Polish mathematician involved in the Manhattan Project in the USA, and the program was named after this person. The program enables scientists, postdocs worldwide who would like to come to Poland. The projects can be of any research discipline. So it's again a bottom-up approach. And what is maybe important, the salary, rather a scholarship, is paid directly to you as an individual researcher, not to the institution, but to your, let's say, wallet. And monthly you receive around 2,700 euro. Maybe the amount will a little bit change for the future call. And within your project in Poland, you can conduct research, development work, you can you can participate in postdoctoral training, or prepare materials for your publications. So this is the so-called incoming mobility program for researchers worldwide. And the call will be published in winter, still this winter, February. So check out the information at our website and follow the news. Another program that I would like to briefly mention to you, it's not our national program, but it's an European one, but quite an important program for researchers, for refugee researchers especially. And so the program will open in November this year, so quite soon, and will offer opportunities for both doctoral and postdoctoral researchers of any nationality of outside Europe to come to Europe to a chosen academic or non-academic institution to run your research projects in any research discipline of your choice. The salary is as here put on the slide, so quite a generous one. Plus, you get some kind of allowances for your family or for your relocation to Europe. And finally, some practical tips for your coming to Poland, for your procedures and immigration processes. When you already get a kind of job or funding, you can then think about the formalities that you need to deal with before coming to Poland. So, namely, the first thing is, before getting a visa, for example, is to have the job offer, to be accepted. Also, if you are coming for a PhD program, you first need to get the acceptance from the university, and you need to have the documents of acceptance ready. And there are countries worldwide that people of those countries need a visa to come to Poland, but there are also 60-something countries that apply the so-called visa-free entry. So for those of you who do not need a visa, if you do need a visa to come to Poland, please check all the requirements, all the documents that are necessary at Polish embassies and consulate websites in your country. Then, if you are a researcher, a person based already in Europe, of European origin or non-European origin, then for those researchers from outside Europe based in Europe, it is enough to come to Poland based on your passport and a residence permit of that country where you are based. Then you can come for a certain period of time without any other documents. What is, I think, interesting for you is that scientists working in Poland in the public sector and scientists, meaning people who conduct research, do not need a work permit. So you do not need any additional document, either apart from visa or residence permit, to work in Poland. This also applies to PhD students. If you are a PhD student in Poland, you do not need a work permit. You can work in any type of profession for any amount of time you wish. And also, you do not actually speak Polish when you apply for a temporary residence permit in Poland, but you will need to speak a little bit of Polish if you are interested to stay in Poland for a longer period, for a long-term residence, but only after 5 years of stay in Poland. All the information about the procedures, visas, residence permits, taxation, social security, generally working conditions, coming with your family to Poland, you can find at our Euraccess Poland website here at a given link below. And of course, if you have questions about any procedures, you can contact us at Euraccess Poland. You can contact your host institution as well, so feel free to ask questions. And thank you for your attention. That's all from me for now.